we started the season off at Daytona to kick off season 2 of the SERL, an NR 2003 offline league. And over the course of 25 races, we have gone from the super speedways to the bump and banging short tracks to even the left and right, up and downhill road courses. And thing is, uh, we've gone to some events that are familiar to season one viewers. And the thing is, we've even gone to new events, such as, for example, Seattle, Myrtle Beach, Gen Valley, and many other new additions. And 40 drivers kicked off the season in the SERL Hot Wheels Cup Series. And the thing is, now those same 40 drivers are ready to compete for the final time at Armory Digital Super Speedway, a 2.6 mile fast, high banked, very unique, and overall the race today should be interesting. And what is something that I have gathered from the previous two races? Well, I think we definitely do have the potential for a lot of passing and also a lot of different lead changes, even though we haven't seen that yet. I think it really just depends on the way the cautions fall and how long the green flag runs are, and I think it might also depend on what point of the race it is. We may not see a whole lot of lead changes in the early stages of the race, but the thing is, possibly in the second part of the race, that could change very quickly. Also, in this series, we have 6 drivers that could win this championship. The most of any of the 3 series. In the Truck Series, Club Crafton was crowned the champion, and then in the American Ethanol Series, Andrew Gorman barely won the championship. The difference between him and Dale Scott, who finished second in the points, was just 2 points. So the thing is, it could be a close race. But now let's get into our contenders. Arianna Parks is our points leader, but the thing is, it's only by 6 points over the driver that's gonna start ahead of her. I'll mention his name in a moment. And overall, Arianna Parks, she's had a very solid season. There was that moment late in the season where I thought she was gonna be out of it, but the thing is, these past 2 weeks she has regained her groove. And the thing is, I think she's definitely someone to watch out for. Not only to win this championship, but also to possibly win this race. Just ahead of her, the 14, Bubba Buchanan. Bubba Buchanan, I think he's been the points leader in the majority of the races this season, but has fallen off just a little bit. And there have been times lately where 1 week he was the points leader and 1 week he was not. He won all the way back at race number 10, which was at Myrtle Beach. And so the thing is, he is definitely capable of winning. But the thing is, will he be able to do so? It's possible. And I actually think that with him starting on the pole, it this could really help him a lot, because we saw in the American Ethanol Series race, which those cars are very similar to these cars, Ono Balvin start on pole, led the majority of the race, and possibly could have won had he not had mechanical failures. Third place in points. And the thing is, he was not in the picture last week, but he got himself into the picture. Issac Nichols in the 13, a driver that I believe has led the points lead at least once this season, and I think it was all the way back earlier in the season. Has yet to win a race, but to me, I think that he definitely could be a surprise. Another driver that I think also could be a surprise is the 22 Cody Hagen. I think that at one point in the season, he was maybe second or third in the points, but he has fallen off just a little bit. But the thing is, I think that with a great run, he could win this championship. And fifth place in points, a driver that really has fallen off in the past few weeks, has been Sinclair. I believe he won from leading the point standings maybe a few weeks ago to now being fifth place in points. But the thing is, after the crazy race at Las Vegas, he did save himself, but by finishing around 10th place. And the last driver I've yet to mention, Abe Troxell. This is a driver that actually could have been he could have been much more closer to the points leader had he not have been taken out battling up front late in the race, and it caused him to DNF. And so overall, we got a pretty interesting battle, and I'm gonna try my best to follow all 6 drivers. But overall, it's gonna get interesting. And now, let's get these 42 drivers rolling off for the final time. I also want to quickly get into what do these contenders need to do in order to win this championship. And for example, the word clinching might come to mind. So basically, I think that Arianna Parks, I think that she can definitely clinch this championship if she can finish maybe around the top 3. Bubba Buchanan needs to finish more than 6 spots ahead of Arianna Parks, and so on. We have more than 22, more than 25, more than 27, and more than 34. I said that in the order of 3rd to 6th in place in points, which if you're watching if you're watching the previous show, you know who those drivers were. Anyway, here is the starting lineup. So on the pole is Bubba Buchanan, and the thing is, the last time he was in the pole, he went on to win the race, Myrtle Beach Speedway, and so maybe that magic will translate over to this racetrack. But anyway, as the pace car pulls down pit road for the final time before race starts this season, here we go, on to the front stretch. And with this race being 29 laps long, and with all of the onboard cameras and replays, etc., this could be the longest race of the season. But anyway, coming to the start finish line, we are green at Armory Digital Super Speedway. And now heading down into turn 1 and 2, but Bubba Buchanan pulls away. And behind them, Arianna Parks, she's having a little bit of trouble getting that inside to move. I see Sinclair and I see Cody Hagen all right here. But for the most part, we are still 2 wide. Not a whole lot of 3 wide action going on. But anyway, is Bubba Buchanan going to block the bottom? Here comes Sinclair now looking to make it 3 wide. And oh my goodness, behind them. Okay, that was a little close. But anyway, right here, our first lead change of the day. Arianna Parks, she's trying to lead that first lap. If she can lead a lap, it's gonna make her chances of winning this championship a little bit more likely. To the start finish line, it is Arianna Parks. So now, every single position that I mentioned earlier of a driver that needs to finish in front of in order to win this championship for everyone else, it has now increased by 1 spot. Because leading a lap is 1 extra bonus point. But anyway, overall, this field is definitely very close. It's definitely bunched up. Abe Troxell and the 17, he's still in the back of the field. It might possibly be a strategy, but the thing is, if there is a strategy to stay in the back, I don't think it's gonna work at all. But anyway, now Sinclair, he's gonna try to lead a lap. But if Sinclair or Cody Hagen can lead this lap, it will return the amount of spots they need to finish in front of Arianna Parks. It will bring it back to where it was. That time it was Sinclair. And now, Cody Hagen, he wasn't able to lead the lap, and I don't think he's going to lead this one, because look at this. Here comes Kevin Saunders in the 18, a driver who's been on a hot streak as of recently. But anyway, now Arianna Parks, she's now getting shuffled to the high side, which to me isn't a good thing at all. But let's take a look from the helicopter. So overall, watch for any signs of any hooking. For example, right here, William Bedford, Dale Scott. They lay off, and watch out for any side drafting. That's what caused the first wreck in both series in the past day. So watch out, for example, right here, Bubba Buchanan. Okay, so they lay off for now. And now, okay, so already we aren't even I think a quarter of the way through the race, and we've already had the equal the amount of different leaders so far, and we could do that again, because Peyton Keys in 55, a driver that I think is currently dead last in points, or if he's not, he's right around that. He's now leading, and now here comes Andrew Brandt, the defending series champion. Andrew Brandt, I think that if Andrew Brandt had a great day last week at Las Vegas, we actually would have been talking about him as being someone that could win back-to-back championships. But last week's event at Las Vegas, which was overall crazy, it just did not happen at all. But anyway, Andrew Brandt now leads it, and look at this. Andrew Brandt, he's just pulling away, and right behind him we have Matt Hoshkus, I see Jacob Reed on the bottom. Bubba Buchanan side by side. Oh, Dale Scott in the 88. Okay, they all lay off each other. Meanwhile, Abe Troxell, it looks like that he's still choosing to stay in the back of the field. And this field overall, they they might want to get organized very quickly. Oh, there they go behind them, and it involves Issac Nichols. Oh my goodness! And Frankie Reed goes around. Riley Smith goes around, but I saw Issac Nichols involved in that crash. Lisa Gonzalez, Dean Orr with heavy damage. Kevin Saunders, he was just leading a while ago. Aiden Saunders. But Abe Troxell, he was able to get through it. But Issac Nichols, who came into this race third place in points, he did get some damage in this crash. It looks like that. It is repairable, and he will be able to continue. But the thing is, I think we could have several drivers finish the race behind the wall, and I think it could make the chances for drivers like Abe Troxell a lot less likely now. But anyway, this accident came out of turn number 4, which has kind of been a trouble spot so far this weekend. And Andrew Brandt, he's gonna lead all of these caution laps. But now let's take a look. Let's get an instant replay. I had a feeling something was going to happen, and it happened. So the way this all started was that Dean Orton was just behind Matt Hotchkiss. And the thing is, Dean Orton, he was getting a lot of pressure from Payne Keys, and Dean Orton and Payne Keys hooked together down into Kevin Noor and Kevin Saunders. Issac Nichols just barely gets clipped at the same time. And look at Cody Sinclair and Frankie Reed. That's how they hook each other. But look at the wild ride that Riley Smith takes. All 4 wheels off the ground in the air. And overall, well, this angle isn't exactly the best angle. I believe Cameron Blake and Andrew Gorman did receive some damage in this crash. Let's actually let's take a look at it from a different perspective. I think this angle really shows everyone that got collected. And overall, a lot of drivers, they even though they were in the back, I think maybe could have snuck their way up there. And this is overall going to take many drivers out of the race. And now let's go on board some drivers. At this point, unless something bad happens to Arianna Parks and Bubba Buchanan, I don't see any chance of Issac Nichols winning his first career championship. And the thing is, if that does indeed happen, they cannot win this championship. It was still a good run and a great season. I don't think he really saw this coming. And the thing is, the good news for him though is that the thing is he did not get as much damage as the other drivers. He is possibly one of the least damaged cars. Throughout the majority of the season, I think Riley Smith has been copping at least something, and I think as it looks like that, that's how he's going to end his season, unfortunately. Better luck next time. He did come close to avoiding it, though. Oh well, he did take a pretty hard look from Ian Saunders. This, so the thing is, that's probably going to hurt in the morning. A very close call for Carter Sinclair. Unfortunately, well, Frankie Reed isn't going to be out of the race. I think it's definitely going to be a huge blow for him to get his first career victory, unfortunately. So maybe possible payback. I don't know. If Cody Hagen can win this championship, this is going to be one of the reasons why. This amazing record avoidance. With the map passing and lead changes we saw already before this incident, I think Kevin Saunders is a good example for the rest of the drivers that are still on the racetrack about how important it is not to lose positions, because the thing is, you could go from leading to all of a sudden, like the next lap, being involved in something like this. The good news for Abe Troxell is that he did avoid the wreck, and he did it in a very he made smart decisions. But the bad news is that with several drivers that are likely going to finish behind the wall, his chances of winning the championship have now been even more slim, or possibly eliminated. There were many drivers that did get involved, but the thing is, it was very slight damage, and Luke Walker is one of those drivers. What's the deal with Elgin Mills all of a sudden avoiding wrecks in pretty spectacular fashion? He did that a couple times last week, and it actually helped him get his best career finish of the season, I believe. And once again, he does the same thing. And right here, from this angle, you're actually going to see drivers run over each other. For example, Johnny Mills. Look at this. The hole opened up just in time, and he's going to get by all of these drivers. Here's the deal. So, Aiden Saunders, Kevin Saunders, Charles Bellion, Cameron Garlington, William Bedford, Johnny Mills, Dean Orr, Riley Smith, Daniel Wales. They are all going to DNF. And what's kind of interesting about Daniel Wales is that he started the season in finishing first, and he's going to end the season finishing dead last. But anyway, so now we just have 33 drivers on the lead lap, and the thing is, I said just before we took the green flag that Abe Troxell needed to finish more than 34 spots ahead of Arianna Parks. Well, the thing is, with there only being 33 cars on the racetrack, those chances of winning the championship, they're still there, but now they're very impossible. And why are they still there? Well, the thing is, if Arianna Parks can finish maybe outside the top 30, and if Abe Troxell can win this thing, then that's pretty much the only way Abe Troxell is going to be able to win this championship. So I think Abe Troxell is going to have to be very aggressive and hopefully get lucky. But anyway, here we go. Two Stewart-Haas teammates now lead the front pack, and now Bubba Buchanan, he's now trying to lead a lap. Whoa! Watch out, Cody Buchanan, Jacob Breed in the 19, in search of his first win this season. Dale Scott, the Seattle winner. Arianna Parks are here. This top 7, they broke it. They have put a gap between themselves and the rest of the field just a little bit. Matt Hoschka sort of leads the second pack. And actually, with the field breaking up into separate packs, I think it actually could be harder for drivers like Abe Troxell, like Cody Hagen, to catch up to the front. But anyway, so Cody Buchanan leads a lap. So the thing is, Arianna Parks leading the first lap. It has now done absolutely nothing for Bubba Buchanan, and I want to say it was Sinclair who led the lap, or maybe it was Cody Hagen. I can't exactly remember. But anyway, Bubba Buchanan, he leads, but here comes Arianna Parks to the inside. And the thing is, now the only way Arianna Parks can gain another point is if she leads the most laps, which at this rate, with the leaders swapping back and forth almost every single lap, it's going to make it pretty difficult. To the line that time, it was Arianna Parks, but by just a little bit. And now Andrew Brandt taking another shot inside of Arianna Parks. He's peaking, but one will make the pass. Also, are we gonna see another big crash, and when? For the most part, the field is doing a pretty solid job at standing there, but I mean, it's still pretty separated a lot. Watch out, Jacob Breed, Eric Almahart down onto the racetrack, onto the apron, but they saved it. But there's now damage to both of these cars, and I think that might have just taken both of them out of the race, or out of a chance of winning the race. Anyway, Arianna Parks, she also led that lap, but here comes Andrew Brandt, followed by Dale Scott. Carter Sinclair in the 9. He's gotta hope that something bad happens to Arianna Parks and Bubba Buchanan at this point, because Carter Sinclair, he needs to finish more than 27 spots as of entering this race. And Carter Sinclair, he's now getting a push from Cody Hagen. And an overall 2x2x2. Oh, here we go. 3 wide. Cody Hagen, Carter Sinclair, Arianna Parks, and Bubba Buchanan. So anyway, Cody Hagen, he is now just flying to the front as Andrew Brandt. It looks like he's gonna lead another lap. Dale Scott trails him. 4 wide right here for third place. And Cliff Buchanan now goes to the bottom. Matt Hotchkiss is looking to join this pack along with Pierce Savaillon and Club Crafton. Frankie Reed leads the second pack, and remember, he spun not too long ago. But anyway, I think it is Cody Hagen who led earlier, so I think Cody Hagen, he's looking to lead another lap. If possibly by the time I get to the finishing order, I might possibly have to do an instant replay off camera, just to recheck to see who did win this championship. But anyway, Cody Hagen, he's gonna lead this lap, and now Bubba Buchanan, he's now on the bottom, going inside of his brother, I think, Clint Buchanan. So here we go, 3 wide for the lead, and behind them 2 wide and 3 wide behind them. Matt Hotchkiss, he's definitely going somewhere. Yeah. This way for Abe Troxell and Issac Nichols. They're going to have to hope that these drivers wreck, which is possible, and hope that they can avoid it. But anyway, right here, we are actually now past halfway, and right here, Cody Hagen this lap, and this time it looks to be Dale Scott, Arianna Parks to the bottom. She's gonna try to lead more laps. These drivers got to try, or they have to try to lead every single lap they can. But anyway, Dale Scott, I think this is the first lap he's led all night long, and so already this race has already had more lead changes and more different leaders than the past 2 races possibly combined. Anyway, here comes Arianna Parks, here comes Carter Sinclair, and as we get down to the later stages of the race, I have a feeling that the drivers in this front pack are going to get more aggressive. Oh, whoa, Cody Hagen, okay, they lay off. Now Hotchkiss and Andrew Brandt, they also lay off. But anyway, here comes Carter Sinclair to the bottom. Can he take away this lead? They're going to be side by side this time, but Arianna Parks, she should have the advantage. Bubba Buchanan going to the high side of Dale Scott, trying to get that outside working. It's not going to work though. Or maybe possibly, whoa! But Bubba Buchanan came super close to hitting the wall. But anyway, Carter Sinclair to the inside of Arianna Parks, and he will get that spot. As anyway, so while we have this field, we also have sort of the second pack between Frankie Reed and Karen Blake. But then right here, we still have a huge pack that resembles the first pack a lot. Luke Walker, Nick Smith, Andrew Gorman, Abe Troxell, just Delampus, Eric Homerhart, Blaine Keys, Bill Crafton, Elton Mills, Issac Nichols, and a few more drivers. But anyway, this time by, who's gonna lead this lap? Is it gonna be Carter Sinclair, or is it gonna be Cody Hagen? Cody Hagen has help from Cliff Buchanan, who's also yet to lead. He's also hasn't led today. To the line, it was Carter Sinclair, but here comes Bubba Buchanan. Okay, for some reason I thought they wrecked. Whoa. Nick Smith, Andrew Gorman, watch out. Okay, they all keep it together. But anyway, we now just have 11 more laps to go in the season. And side by side for the lead, Cliff Buchanan and Cody Hagen. Here comes Bubba Buchanan to the bottom. I think the driver that is going to lead the most laps is Andrew Brandt. He led all those caution laps, and he did lead at least 1 lap since the restart. I believe. But anyway, so here it is. So the way things are right now. So this time around, the way things are, Bubba Buchanan leads. Where's Arianna Parks? Right now, Bubba Buchanan would win this championship because the difference between him and Arianna Parks entering this weekend was just 6 points. So Bubba Buchanan, he needs to finish more than 6 spots ahead of Arianna Parks. And I've talked about the big wreck before in the American Ethanol Series. The big wreck did occur in the lead pack, but don't think it can just happen. It could happen in this lead pack. It could also happen. Whoa. Okay. It could also happen in this pack possibly. You know, because to me, I think these drivers are racing just as hard. Um, But anyway, Dale Scott leads another lap, and he's getting followed by Andrew Brandt. Arianna Parks is now gonna try once again at the lead. Clip Buchanan is gonna follow her. But anyway, if we stay green the rest of the way, our leader is going to be someone in this lead pack right here. And two drivers that I haven't really talked about today. Pierce Aviano, who's right there, the Portland winner, and the Kentucky winner, Club Crafton. I think that Club Crafton's win at Kentucky sticks out as one of the most memorable wins of the season. And it could be like that for a long time. It was such to me a very popular and very special victory. Sorry, the 10-minute time limit ran out, but anyway, I feel like Club Crafton's win at Kentucky. I think it was a popular win, and also I think a very special one for him and that team, just because before that and to this day they have just been struggling. But anyway, so now Arianna Parks, she did lead that lap, and the way things are right now, Arianna Parks would win the championship. So overall, it's such a very close battle to conclude the season if things are able to stay the way right now. But look at this, 5 wide right here behind them. Cody Hagen is almost down on the apron. Andrew Brandt, that got a little close, but anyway, Cody Hagen, but this is definitely going to help him a lot. Or here, he's going to try to lead a lap, getting help from Carter Sinclair now. And here we go. Here comes Carter Sinclair. So almost a 3-wide battle for first place. Bubba Buchanan has now found his way back to the bottom. And here we go. Just 7 more laps to go, and then we crown champion. Andrew Brandt and Arianna Parks, they better be careful because they could lose this lead pack. And wow, this field has a 2-second advantage over the next cars, and then wow, over 4 seconds behind this next pack. But anyway, here comes Bubba Buchanan once again trying to get this lead. I only keep track of different leaders. I don't keep track of lead changes, but this race could possibly have the most lead changes in a single race ever. Anyway, to the line this time it was Bubba Buchanan, and I think that. And I think that if I'm not able to figure out like a clear winner, I think I will I think I will take a break in between recordings or different sessions, to see how many times Bubba Buchanan led, how many times Arianna Parks led. But anyway, here comes Dale Scott once again trying to lead, and now Cliff Crafton, he's slowly getting his way up to the front. Andrew Brandt, and he's now back up to the front. And if you remember, I think about a lap ago, they were towards the tail end of the pack. It's over. And so overall, if they continue this for the remainder of the race, which I think they will be able to, it could really make the championship battle coming to the final, coming to the white flag and down to the start finish line. It could make it very interesting. But anyway, the way things are right now, it doesn't look like that they're going to catch any lap traffic. Jim Kelly, Connor Brand, Payne Keys, the last drivers on the lead lap, and then we have a pack between Kendall Minor, Austin Kennedy, Garrett Sinor, also slower traffic. Jacob Reed, and game put on the apron really hurt Jacob Reed, and definitely not the way he wanted to end his mostly dismal season after starting out so good. Abe Troxell, he has now lost this lead pack for some odd reason. I don't know if he got involved in something, but he's now lost it. Looks like his chances of winning a championship have now pretty much almost gone out the window. Same for Issac Nichols, um, as well, unfortunately. And for the most part, because Arianna Parks and Bubba Buchanan haven't gotten into any trouble, I think it's going to come down between them. But anyway, oh no no no, not good, not good, not good. Here they go. Bubba Buchanan and Cliff Buchanan hooked together once again down to the apron, just like Jacob Breen and Eric Almahart, and they're gonna lose the lead draft. Such a costly mistake that, and now Arianna Parks leads. Arianna Parks, I think as long as Arianna Parks does not get into any trouble, Arianna Parks is now going to win this championship. Because there really was such a costly, it really was a costly mistake. Technically, it's not over. Um, oh, watch out, Clubcraft and Pierce Aviano together. Not good. But anyway, in the meantime, Arianna Parks has actually led. So, uh, the only way I think Arianna Parks can lose this championship is if she finishes right around where Matt Hotchkiss is in the 8th spot. And as long as Bubba Buchanan does not lose any spots, which it doesn't look like that's going to happen, Cliff Buchanan, I also gotta say he's probably also not happy as well that happened, because that just totally took away his chance of winning this race. But anyway, Arianna Parks, she's actually now started to pull away a little bit. So is anyone going to catch her in time? Can she win the race and the championship? Let's just see. Well, here comes Pierce Aviano in the second position, but he's getting attacked from Dale Scott, Andrew Brandt trying to get back up to the front. Carter Sinclair and Club Crafton, they're now going to they're going to try to get to the bottom. But anyway, Arianna Parks leads. Sorry that I kind of had a moment where I didn't talk. I sort of got like distracted. I was thinking about something. But anyway, Arianna Parks leads. I think that lead has shrunken a bit, and to me, I think that if Dale Scott can get some help from Andrew Brandt, or if Andrew Brandt can maybe get some help from someone else, they could possibly pass Arianna Parks. But here we go, down to the white flag. One more lap to go. Arianna Parks, she needs to be careful. Even if she does not win this race, she does not want to give up a whole lot of spots. Both Bubba Buchanan and Arianna Parks had led laps today, but to me, if Arianna Parks does lose, if she does lose positions, and a lot of them, she could lose. She still could lose the championship. But here we go, down the back stretch. Is Andrew Brandt going to help Dale Scott? They're still single file. In fact, the entire top 5 is still single file, and starting to do that even more. Here comes Dale Scott to the bottom. He goes to the bottom of Arianna Parks. Battle for the lead. The 200 teammates. Dale Scott is going to take the position. Dale Scott leads and coming into the tri-oval for the final time this season. The checkered flag is in the air, and it's going to be Dale Scott winning this race, and Arianna Parks is going to be the SERL Season 2 Hot Wheels Cup Series championship or champion. Oh yeah, and I'd also like to say for some reason I thought Arianna Parks, I guess I kind of forgot what I said earlier about how the only way Arianna Parks can really lose this championship is if her closest competitors finish in front of her. Because her closest competitor but can't finish behind her. Uh, um That's what cost it. But overall, the costly mistake was indeed the hooking between Bubba Buchanan and Cliff Buchanan, and I think that's going to be a mistake that could haunt Bubba Buchanan for years to come, unless they do a season 3 and he comes back, and so maybe he can win this, and so maybe he can win the season 3 championship. Anyway, Arianna Parks, she kind of got left out there, so I guess now, so I guess you could call this her victory lap. But anyway, um, once she pulls down, once Arianna Parks pulls down into the pits, I'm then going to do a full result, show the finishing results, etc., and talk about my last few notes of the season. But anyway, so Arianna Parks, she does her, you could call this her championship victory lap, but now she's gonna pull down to the pits, I think. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, here we go. Anyway, down into pit road, and overall, not exactly the race that I thought we were gonna see. Like the thing is, like I knew a caution was gonna happen, but to me, I didn't think at the caution we saw on lap number 5 was gonna be the only caution of the day. I thought we were gonna wreck maybe at least 2 or 3 more times. But anyway, coming down into the pits, Arianna Parks pulls down into victory into the pits, and she'll be celebrating in the moment. But anyway, now let's show you the finishing results. And of course, it's not the SERL without scoring error every now and then. But anyway, so the real scoring error should be uh, everyone from 34th to 42nd was not able to finish the race. Everyone else was able to finish on the lead lap, and overall, and overall, I feel like that. Um, I guess that also in a way that first wreck, the big one, it really was, the deciding factor of the race, because the thing is, not only did that hurt some of the drivers like Abe Troxell, like Issac Nichols, it also separated the field enough to where the thing is, even if drivers like Arianna Parks lost the lead draft, she still wasn't going to lose any positions. So in some ways, so in a way, that big crash on lap number 5, I think it was, did actually sort of decide the championship. But anyway, so the thing is, Arianna Parks is going to win this championship. Her teammate Dale Scott is going to conclude the season on a very good note, winning this race. And the thing is, he has not won since race number 4, and overall it was a very struggling season for him. So the thing is, I think for him and that team, a very great note to leave on. And maybe a good note to start if I do a season 3 and he comes back. But anyway, that is season 2, and overall, I think in the next few days I might possibly release a video talking about more about the future of the SCRL, and maybe the future of the channel Super EV Master. But overall, I would like to thank everyone who signed up for not just this series, but in all 3 series. I really appreciate it. And for a moment, I was actually kind of a little bit scared thinking that I wasn't going to be able to fill all the spots a couple days in all 3 series, I believe. I, I appreciate I appreciate everyone who did sign up, and I definitely appreciate and thank everyone who definitely chose to watch these races, who chose to like them, and chose to comment on them. I also really appreciate that. Whether whether you did thought what and thing is, whether you thought that that what I chose to did and what I chose to sign up for what was boring or not, I still appreciate it. I still appreciate that they supported me, and just overall, just everyone involved. The SCRL, in a way, I think definitely has left an impact on my life, and I think that in a way, NASCAR race in 2003 season, what it actually has inspired me to do is possibly maybe in the future, I could look into this, actually choosing to maybe be a track I could possibly be a track maker for this game down the road, building custom tracks or building race tracks that exist in real life. But the thing is, if that does happen, it's probably going to be maybe a couple years in the making, because to me that is definitely a very tough process. But to me, that's one thing that this game has definitely changed my life on. And actually, in about a month from now, is okay. Charles Building is leading the bits for some odd reason. But anyway, um, and actually, I remember 2 years ago I actually got this game. Uh, I actually got this game for my birthday, which I'm not gonna give away today, but it is someday this month. If you know if you do know what day my birthday is, don't please don't comment about it. And, and thing is, when I first got the game, I actually thought that it was actually broken, and so thing is, I was so bummed out, and then about a year later, I decided to give this game another try, and then I was finally able to get it working, and then I was able to do what I wanted to do 2 years ago, and that was do this. And thing is, even though even though even though there was indeed that year that I wish I could have done this, I'm just simply thankful that I was able to do this in the first place, and I hope that maybe in the future I can do a season 3 and hopefully beyond. I think it is possible. But anyway, thank you all for watching this. Not only this race, but thank you for watching this season. Thank you for your support, um, etc. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you enjoy the future content that I do, such as the race reviews, and hopefully maybe additional content that I'll add later. Uh, um, Thank you all for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and buy. Congrats to Dale Scott on winning this race, and congrats to Arianna Parks on being um, as being our SERL Hot Wheels Cup Series Season 2 champion.